Okay guys, so what is your most precious asset? Is it money? Is it properties? Is it cars? Or is it time maybe? Well, only one of these cannot be replaced once it's gone, and that is time, which makes it the most precious resources of all, and even the more so when you run a business. So what do all successful business people have in common? They manage their time with pinpoint accuracy and they hate wasting it. And therefore, to achieve success, you need to automate and simplify your workflow. In other words, the more you can avoid wasting time on unnecessary tasks, the more time you will have to spend on what's bringing in the money. So if you want stacks of these, you need to get rid of all these time-wasting tasks. So today, let me introduce you to one of those tools that will save you a ton of time, improve productivity, and simplify your workflow. And that is InstaWP, the perfect tool for web designers, web developers, and agencies. Alright, so let me show you all these fantastic features. And welcome to InstaWP. So what is it exactly? As you can see here, you can spin up a WordPress sandbox in less than a second. So this is how you can save time. You don't have to install a full website, take care of SSL certificate, link a domain name or subdomain, etc., on your own server. You can do this immediately from here in just a few clicks of the mouse. So this will help you to test plugins or themes, test features, test custom code without having to install a new website on your own server. So you can see immediately how this can be very helpful and save you tons of time. Okay, so let's discover a few of the features together. So if you go here on top, you can hover and you can see you can have an instant WordPress site within seconds. You can even have your own templates, so you can reuse them over and over, and you can have preset configurations as well. So as you can see, again, this is optimized towards saving time again even further and even more. You can have tools, so this is basic for coding and editing. You can deploy Git as well and integrate this with Google Chrome. So you know what? Let's put this to the test together. Okay, so let's go through all these features one by one and let me show you how much time you can save by doing so from InstaWP. So all you have to do from here is simply click try for free. So first you will be required to select your WordPress version. As you can see, the latest is 6.1.1, but you can try with another version perhaps if you wanted to make sure that your plugin is working throughout all the different versions, maybe 5.7, 5.9, and so on and so on. You can select your PHP version as well. So this is the one that's recommended on most servers, but you can try with newer versions as well, or maybe all the versions, and again test compatibilities. And then you can select your default configuration. So multi-site, you can install WooCommerce immediately, or by default is just WordPress, plain and simple, you know. And then you can enter a site name as well. This is up to you really. By default, it will have this extension as well, instawp.xyz. And all you have to do after this is just to click launch site instantly. Now bear in mind, if you click on this red button here, it will only be live for 2 hours. So now if you want to enjoy this for a longer time, like for instance 48 hours, you have to create an account, which is I would highly recommend to do so. So what I've done, I've created an account already. So what I'm going to do now is just to sign in. Okay, and there you go, we're logged in now, and now we can create our new site. So all we have to do basically is click on this. Okay, you can select your version, PHP version, etc., and then click create site. And there you go. When they say 1 second, is literally 1 second. As you can see, this is installed already. This is how quick it is. Okay, as you can see, we have 2 days left. We're at 1 day and 23 hours and 59 minutes now. So let's go to the magic logins, and this is going to bring us to our WordPress dashboard. So let's click on this. And there you go, guys, that's done already. As you can see, how fast was that? I didn't speed this up, you know, this is in real life example here. So let's go to the plugins. There you go, let's delete those ones, we don't need them. Let's click apply, let's say okay. Look at this, that's very, very fast, you know, very fast servers they're using indeed. Okay, so first let's consider how this could be helpful to web designers. So let's say you want to try a new theme or a new plugin without affecting your actual production site, okay, your live site. So you could come here and then install a new theme, for instance. Okay, so we go to themes, we go to add new, and perhaps you want to try, let's say, Astra. Okay, you've never tried Astra before, or maybe this one here, Cadence, or whichever, you know, and you think to yourself, oh, this looks like a good theme, but I'm not too sure, is that the right one or not? And you don't want to affect your production site, obviously, you know. So if you click on install here, and then you activate it, very good. And now we can get started with the starter template, so we can actually import the demo content. Very good. So let's build our own website. We're going to use Elementor. And let's select any of them, you know. So let's go maybe with this one here. And we're gonna install that, okay? And then you can try your colors as well and everything, basically, you know. You can test basically everything here immediately without impeding your production site, and also see if this is the right fit for your new project. And there you go, so this is done. So we can go back to our WordPress dashboard and let's have a quick look, okay? So let's visit our site. And there you go, guys. As you can see, the website has been installed and the demo fully imported in just a few seconds. So this is great. And now you can run any test that you want. You can change the header, maybe try the menu section or whatever it is you need to test without having to getting involved with our actual production site, okay? As you may have noticed, also the SSL certificate is installed automatically as well, which is a very nice touch indeed. And now you can do so with all your plugins. If you want to try different plugins, you're not too sure if it is going to work on your website or not, and you want to try the features maybe, all you have to do is go to the plugin sections and create a new one, or you can upload your own as well, you know, before you actually push that live to your production site. So let's say you're working on a taxi booking website, you're looking for a plugin that's suitable for this type of project. As you can see, there's quite a few available. You don't know which one is the best, which one is the most suitable for your type of project. So now you can just install them, go through all the features and find out which one is the best one for you, basically, you know. So again, this is hassle-free and super easy to do. Or perhaps you want to try some custom coding. Instead of having a staging website and push to live, you can do it from here immediately. So you could, for instance, install code snippets and try them on directly here. Some PHP functions maybe, some HTML, some CSS. You can edit the theme itself, the file of the theme itself, and see if the feature that you want to implement would work, yes or no. Like you could add things to your function.php, for instance, you know, and then you can add, for instance, different actions, try different filters, or whatever PHP code you want to insert into your function.php and test it risk-free without damaging your live website. Now let me show you another handy feature as well. If you go back to the InstaWP dashboard, as you can see, of the code editor and the database editor as well. So if you want it to work on your database, all you have to do is click on this. It will open a new tab, and there it is. So if you wanted to add users manually, or maybe add new taxonomies, or work on any of those fields, basically you can do so immediately by accessing your MySQL database right here. And you can do so with the code editor as well. So I showed you how to do this from the backend, but you can do so from the InstaWP dashboard as well. Click on code editor, and it's going to show you all the different files, basically all the system files right here. So if you wanted to edit, for instance, the config.php and have access to the file, simply double click on it. So let me close this, and there you go. As you can see, you have the name of the database, the username, the password. This is in localhost and so on. So now if you wanted to add maybe a line of code or two here to test some features, you can do so immediately as well, without again compromising your live website or anything at all and risking anything in real life, basically, you know. And if your code is throwing errors, you can always check the logs as well. So basically, as you can see, no logs found here obviously at the moment, but if there were errors, you can troubleshoot immediately and have access to the logs right here. So most web designers and web developers are used to work in the same way. They usually install the same type of plugins, maybe the same theme and all of that. They used to work off the same platform and the same setup, basically, okay? So if you go here into plugins, maybe you always install the same. Maybe you always install advanced custom field, custom post type, Elementor, and perhaps WooCommerce. Maybe this is your basic package. So instead of having to install it each and every time, you know, just to test, you could have this all done automatically as a template. So if you go back here, as you can see on top with template, if you click on this, you can add a new template. And we're going to select the website we just created an hour ago, okay? So let's click next. So let's type it a template. So let's call this maybe essential package, okay? And then we can save, okay? So let's save our template here. As you can see, success. So this is done. So that means that now, from now on, if you want to create a new instance, a new test platform, a new sandbox, you can basically use the essential package and have all these plugins installed automatically. And there you go. So it's all done already. So if we go back now to our site, we can create a new site and import this template immediately. So let's add a new site. And as you can see, from scratch, and right here from template, now we have a template to select from. So we can click on this, select the essential package, and let's create a site, okay? And there you go. So that took a little bit longer, maybe 20 seconds in total, I would say, but it's bound to take a little bit longer because it's installing the theme and also all the plugins we selected. So if we go open this now, again, we go to the Magic Logins, going to open a new tab. So this is a new instance, again, a new sandbox. So let's zoom in again. There you go. So let's have a quick look in appearance here, what theme we have. As you can see, we have Astra theme installed, and let's have a look at our plugins. And here are all the plugins that we selected. Okay, very good. So now that we have our template taken care of, let me show you another feature now. It's called deployment. So this is basically for any GitHub repo that you can import directly in any new installation, basically, okay? So we have an example here. So this one is InstaWP /sample-plugin. So this is just a test plugin, just to show you how this works. So if you wanted to import this one immediately and deploy it on all your new installations, all you have to do is to add it here. So add new. So let's keep it public for now, and it's asking you for the repo URL. So we go here, we look for the code, and you have GitHub CLI and HTTPS. This is the one you need to copy. So copy this, paste it here in the backend. So the branch, let's have a look. This is the main one. Okay, so we keep it like this, and you need to select the destination folder. So we're going to add this into WP content in the plugins folder. Okay. And then we're going to give it a name. So for instance, demo-plugin. Okay. And then we can add this. Very good. So this is done now. And the next step is to go to our templates. So right here, see you have a button here in enable deployment. So if you enable this, you can select which one you want to deploy, and then you click update. And now if we go back to our sites, so let's do this together. So add new, from template, essential package, and create. Very good. So as you can see, this is done already. So we could have a quick look. You can use the code editor to check the file structure. But let's go straight into our WordPress dashboard. Very good. So let me zoom in a little bit. That's perfect. So let's go to the plugin section. So we have all our default plugins, as you can see, advanced custom field, custom post type, etc. And did you notice what we have here in the middle? We have Insta Git deployment testing. So this is basically it, this is right there. So this is how you can import and deploy a Git repo immediately into any WordPress instances. Okay, very good. And finally, let me show you another handy feature here. It's in the configuration. So you can set up your base configuration that'll be used in every installation. And as you can see here on top, we have a tab that's called Faker. So this will help you to import dummy content. So if you want dummy content to be ported automatically with each instances, you can do so here. So maybe you want to import 10 different posts, maybe 5 different pages, create 4 different tags, 5 categories, maybe have 10 attachments and create 3 different users. Now you can save this basically, okay? So now this is saved as our default configuration, or you can create a new one altogether. So if you were to create add new, and this one would be for dummy content, for instance, okay? So now let's create add, and we can do the same here. So basically now we save this. Okay, so if you go back to configurations, and there you go, we have our 2 different configurations, default and dummy content. So if you select this one here and you want to import demo content, all you have to do is just to enable it here and then save again. Okay, so now it is enabled. So if you go back to our sites now and add a new one, so let's click on this. As you can see, you can choose a configuration, and now we can select among 2 different options, and we can select our dummy content as well. So let's create this. There you go. So that's done already. So it's very, very fast, as you can see. So let's go to our WordPress dashboard. And now if we go to our post, as you can see, we have 11 items like we requested. So 10 plus the hello world, that's part of them. How many pages? We said 5 pages, I think. So there you go. As you can see, this has been created for us. If you go to media as well, we should have a few imported as well. So as you can see, absolutely perfect. Now bear in mind that for the post to appear in your pages, it might not be instant. You might have to wait a few minutes, which is what I did here, So basically this is how this works, and this is going to save you a lot of time. And finally, let's say you're happy with the website, with the results, and everything is working fine. You've used this as your test platform. Now you would like to push this to live and to your production site and basically migrate everything. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a few different options. You have this one that says auto login, this one says reserve, this one says save template, but there are more actions. As you can see here, we have migrate as well, which is the one we want. So if you click on this, it will bring you to the most popular hosting companies. As you can see, you have Bluehost, HostGator, GoDaddy, and so on and so on. So you can select the one that's suitable for you, and if it's not one of them, you can use FTP regardless, you know. So this is basically how you can migrate your website afterwards once you've done all the testing. So there you go, guys. As you can see, InstaWP is a fantastic tool that's going to save you a lot of time and hassle. Now, if you want to learn how to turn trash audio into studio quality audio, you might want to watch this video here.